Okay. Good evening to all. So
Good evening,
yesterday,
sir.
good evening. So in the last class, we have seen the different types of the set, and in that we are seeing about the different operations over the set. Okay. So in that we have seen what is meant by the union of the set and what is meant by the intersection of the set, and we also have seen about the difference of the set. Okay. So let me to explain once again. The union of the set, that is will represent by A union B. This is a symbol for A union B. Means this is going to represent the elements, the set of the elements which are available either in A or in B. The set of the elements which are available either in A or in B. Whenever union is there, we have to write by the or. That means this is, you can write A or B. Means we have to write all the elements which are available in both A and B. Okay. So then another operation is that A intersection B. So A intersection B means that is the set of the elements which are available in both A and B. A and B. That is the common elements we have to write it. A and B. So whenever and is there, that is we have to represent by the symbol called intersection. Whenever R is there, that will represent by the union symbol in general. Okay. Next. You have seen another one, that is the difference of the set. The difference of the set means, suppose if A minus B, if we consider, so this is going to represent the set X. This is going to represent the set of the elements which are available in A but not in B. So this is, you can write like that. A minus B is the set X, where X is available in A and not available in the B. It should not be there in the B. So like that also we can represent this. This X, this element should belong to the A but should not belong to B. Like that also you can represent A minus B. So this A minus B we can also write as an A by B. Okay. Similarly, if you consider B minus A, B minus A means that is the represent the set of the elements which are available in the B but not in A. The set of the elements which are available in the B but not in A. That's why this is correct like that. That is the X, where X should be belongs to the B but should not belongs to A. Should not belongs to the A. Like that we can represent that B minus A. Okay. So yesterday we have seen up to here. Now we will see one more thing, that is the symmetric difference of the set. Symmetric difference of the set. So what is meant by the symmetric difference? Means if A comma B are any two finite sets, if A comma B are any two finite sets, then the symmetric difference is nothing but that is the A minus B union B minus A. A minus B union B minus A means those are the elements available in A only or in B only. So there is a set of the elements which are available in A only. A minus B means those are the elements which are available in A only, or B minus A means those are the elements which are available in the B only. That's why this is going to represent the set of the elements which are available either A only or in B only. That's why this is will represent by A delta B. This is we will write as an A delta B, means those are the elements available either in A only or in B only. Okay. So suppose for example, if I take that A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, say B is equal to 0, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Suppose if I consider like that. Now I want to find A delta B. A delta B, that is the symmetric difference of A and B, we can call it as. Symmetric difference means there is A minus B union B minus A. First we write A minus B. A minus B means Those are the elements which are available in the set A only. Tell me, what are the elements which are available in the A only but not in B? A में चाहिए. कौन से elements है? A
2, 4, 6.
2, 4,
2,
7, 9,
4, 6. 2, 4, 6. So these are the
7,
elements.
9.
No, A only but not in B. The A minus B, that is the elements which are available in A only. That is, A only means 2 is there A but not in B, 4 is there in the A but not in the B, 6 is there in the A but not in the B. Union B minus A means those are the elements which are B only, available in the B only but not in A. What are the elements which are available in the B only?
0, 7, 9.
0, 7, 9.
7,
0, 7, 9.
9. Now we have to write their union, that is 2, 4, 6, 0, 7, 9. All these elements. So this is the semantic difference of A and B. Understand? So this is the semantic difference. Now we have one more set, that is the complement of a set. Complement of a set. So look at this. What is meant by this complement of a set? Means if A is any set and U is the universal set, that universal set is A is derived from the universal set. Let us assume that the complement of A we are going to represent by the A dash. A dash we will represent it. A dash represent those are the elements which are available in the universal set but not in A. Those are the elements which are available in the universal set but not in A. So that is called the A complement. We will write as this is we can represent by either A dash or A power C also we can write it. A power C means that is called A complement. That is nothing but U minus A. That is nothing but U minus A means those are the elements available in the A but not in A. Sorry, available in the U but not in A. Means those are the elements should be available in the universal set only but not in the set A. So such elements will call them as the complement of the A. Understand? So these are the different types of the sets that we have it. But if you want to understand that relation or if you want to derive any other formulae, so critically if you go for it, you may get the confused. That's why all these sets we can represent diagrammatically. So that diagram we will call it as a Venn diagram. Okay, so that is called the Venn diagram. So what is meant by this Venn diagram? Means, so generally the box of every set, the superset of every set is the universal set. All that given set will be derived from the universal set. Okay, that universal set generally represented by the symbol called U or X. So generally in the Venn diagram, this universal set is going to denote by the rectangle symbol. So all the elements which are available in the universal set, we will write within this rectangle. So generally in the Venn diagram, that entire universal set we will represent by the rectangle symbol. In that, whatever the sets are given, those sets will represent by the circle form. Suppose this is the set A and this will be the set B. Like that, all the sets which are in the which are the subset of the universal set will be represented by the circle symbol. Understand? Suppose if A is the set and B is the another set, then if I consider this A area and if we consider this B area, so this hashed area is going to represent by A union B. So those are the elements which are available either in A, means we will consider this A area, or either in B, means we will consider this B area, means this entire hashed area is going to represent by the A union B, right? So in the Venn diagram, the A union B will be represented like this. Okay. Similarly, in the Venn diagram, suppose there is a universal set, there is a set A, and there is a set B. And if I consider this common area, if I consider, this is the area represent which is in common for A and B, means that is the area available in A and B also. That's why this is represented by A intersection B. So this hashed area is going to represented by the A intersection B. Understand? Okay. Similarly, if we consider this Venn diagram, this is the universal set. In that, if there are the two sets A and B are there, this is A and this is the B. If I consider the area which is available in the set A only, but not in the set B. This is the area which is available in the set A only, means that is the elements we have to take set A only, but not in B. Means from this set A, we are separating this B part. B part we are separating. That's why this hashed area we are going to represent by A minus B. Okay. This is the area which is available in A only, but not in the B. That's why that is going to represent by the difference of A and B. Means this hashed area we can write as A minus B. Understand? So how do you write the formula for this? A minus B means this is entire set A, right? From this set A, if I subtract this intersection part, then we are going to get this part. That's why this is, you can also write that A minus A intersection B. Means this is entire set. From that, if I subtract this common area represents A intersection B. ये निकाले तो बाकी मिलेगा हमको. That's why A minus B can also write A minus A intersection B, like that you can write it. Or this is, you can also write like this. From this entire area means that is going to represent A union B, this entire hashed area. From that, if I subtract this B part nikale to baki milenga. That's why this is, you can also write that A union B minus B, like that also we can write the formula for A minus B. Means from this entire union part, if I subtract this B part, we are going to get this hashed area. That's why this hashed area represented by the A minus B. That A minus B, we can also write either A minus A intersection B or A union B minus B, like that also we can write it. Okay. Similarly, if we consider one more hashed area, suppose this is set A and this is the set B and this is the universal set. If I consider the area which is available in the B only, so B only if I consider, means this is hashed area which is available in the B, so that is like that B minus A. This hashed area we will write by the B minus A. So this is, you can also write that from this B set, if I subtract this intersection part, from this entire B set, this is entire B set, from that if I subtract this intersection part, then we are going to get this area. This is, we can write that B minus A intersection B. Like that we can write it. Or, tell me how can you write it in another way?
A intersection B minus A.
बराबर बताओ.
P union A minus A.
A union B minus A, not A. A union B means from this entire area, if I subtract this A part, then we are going to get this area. That's why this is, you can also represent A union B minus A. Okay. So like that, whatever the sets were given, for all those sets, if you form the Venn diagram, then easily we can derive the formula whatever we want it. So that's why you don't need to remember this. So whenever this it is required, if you form the diagram, Venn diagram, easily we can derive the formula whatever we want it. Okay. Similarly, suppose I want to consider A delta B. A delta B means that is A minus B or B minus A. So that through the Venn diagram we can represent like this. This is the universal set, this is A and this is the B. If I consider the area which is available in the A only, this hashed area represent that is the area available in the A only, and this hashed area is going to represent, that is the area available in the B only. B only. That's why this total hashes, this or this, that is you can write that A minus B or B minus A. A minus B or B minus A. So that is will represent by A delta B. That is called the symmetric difference of A and B, means this is the hashed area is going to represent by that symmetric difference of A and B. Right. So this is, you can also write like that. A minus B means that is from the A, we will separate this intersection part. That's why this is, you can write that A minus A intersection B plus, and this hashed area means from this entire B, you will separate this intersection part, that is B minus A intersection B. B minus A intersection B. So this is, you can write that A plus B minus 2 times A intersection B, like that we can write it. So this is the formula we have to remember for A symmetric difference of the B is A plus B minus 2 times A intersection B, right? A plus B minus 2 times A intersection B. So that is going to represent by this symmetric difference. Or this is, you can also write like this. So from this entire area, if I subtract this common part, a part निकाले तो बाकी मिलेंगे हमको. This entire area means that is A union B minus this common part is A intersection B. That's why the symmetric difference you can also write like that. A union B minus A intersection B is also represented by the A delta B, or the formula is A plus B minus 2 times A intersection B. Also we can take it. Understand? So like that, whenever we require somewhat the relation between the sets, then by forming the Venn diagram, we can find whatever the relation we want it. Okay. So similarly, we will see the complement of the set through the Venn diagram. So complement of the set means if we consider a universal set, this is the universal set. In that, if there is a set A, suppose if this is the A, then A complement, that is represented by A dash or A power C. That is going to represent, that is the area, or that is a set of the elements which are available in the universal set but not in A. Means those will be available in the universal set but not in the A, means have the area which is available in the universal set only but not in the set A. This hashed area, so A छोड़ के बाकी सभी एरिया, बाकी एरिया यूनिवर्सल सेट में रहते हैं ना, वो पूरा एरिया को A dash बोलते हैं. That is called A dash, or it is A complement area. Okay, so this is the A complement and this is the A part. Understand? Now from this, tell me what is the A intersection A complement? A intersection A complement क्या होता? दोनों का कुछ कॉमन एरिया है क्या इधर? This is A part, this is intersection part. Intersection means बाहर का, A का बाहर. दोनों का intersection part है क्या कुछ? Common part है क्या? No. Means A intersection A complement, no element will be there. That is called an empty set. That is called pi. A intersection A complement is pi. Similarly, A union A complement क्या होता? A union A complement means this is A part and this is
Union.
A complement. That is union, it is universal set. That is universal set. Okay. A union A complement is the universal set. Okay. Similarly, tell me what is the A complement whole complement? A complement is the whole complement किया तो A. We are going to get the A only. We are going to get the A only, right? So this is the properties, we can remember it easily. Okay. So this is the Venn diagram. So this is the concept of the Venn diagram. Now we will see the formulas on this about the cardinal number of the sets. So these formulas we have to remember. So if you want, you can write in the notes also this formula. The first formula is that I want to write the number of elements in A union B, n of A union B, if you want to find it. So this is, to the Venn diagram we can represent like this. This is the universal set. There is a set A and there is a set B. This is a set A and this is the set B. A union B means this is the A part and this is the B part. This is the B part. A union B means the total hashed area is going to represent either A or B area. So if you want to find the number of elements in the A union B, want to find the number of elements in the A union B. So that is, first we'll take the number of elements in the set A. Number of elements in this entire set A will represent, that is n of A, plus, and the number of area which is available in the B only, that is you'll get n of B minus A. Okay. So I will take this A part and this part which is available in the B only. दोनों भी ऐड किया तो पूरा एरिया मिलेगा हमको. पहले हमने A part ले लेंगे, then बाद में only B part ले लेंगे. Only B part means that is B minus A part. So that is you can write n of A plus n of B minus A. Then this is you can write n of A plus. Then what is the formula for this B minus A? कैसे लिख सकता? From this set B, subtract this intersection part. Then we get this B minus A. This is you can write that n of B minus n of A intersection B.
Intersection B.
This is the formula we have to remember. So the number of elements in A or B, that is n of A union B, is equal to n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. This is very, very important formula. You have to remember it carefully. Okay. Second, suppose if number of elements in A intersection B is equal to pi. Sorry. If A intersection B is equal to pi, A intersection B is equal to the pi. Means if there is no common element at all between A and B, such sets will call them as a disjoint sets. Those sets are called the disjoint sets. Means suppose if the two sets are like that, this is the set A and this is the set B. So means for these two there is no common area at all. Such sets will call them as the disjoint sets. Then how many elements will be there in A intersection B? Number of elements कितना रहते? 0. No elements will be there. No common elements will be there. Okay. So in certain cases, the formula for n of A union B is equal to n of A plus n of B. N of A plus n of B. Understand? So for the n of A union B, so this is only the maximum value. This is only the maximum value, right? So then what will be the minimum value of n of A union B? When we will get the minimum value, suppose there is a set A and there is another set B. Suppose B is completely lies inside of the A. Means B is the subset of the A. Then tell me what is the A union B now? A union B क्या होता है इधर? A union B there is area. Is A, that is A only. A only is the A union B. Na? Suppose this is the B and this is the A. Suppose A lies completely inside of the B. If A lies completely inside of the B, then tell me what is the A union B?
B.
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 Means A union B, if one is the subset of the other, then out of these two, which is the bigger set? That is the A union B. That's why that will be the minimum value of the n of A union B. We will get it. That's why the minimum value of the n of A union B is maximum of n of A comma n of B. So out of these two, which is the maximum value is there, that will be the minimum value of n of A union B. That is the minimum value of the n of A union B, and its maximum value is n of A plus n of B this is the maximum value, or this total summation should not exceed the universal set, right? Because all the sets should be within the universal set. So all the sets should be within the universal set. Even if I add them, this entire summation should not lead to the universal set. That's why out of these two, which is the minimum value is there that we have to consider. That is the minimum value of n of u, comma n of a plus n of b. ये दोनों से कौन सा वाला मिनिमम वो लेना पड़ेगा हमको. Okay, so this is called the range of the n of a union b. So n of a union b, minimum value is maximum of n of a comma n of b, and maximum value is minimum of n of u comma n of a plus n of b. This is the point we have to remember. Okay, start on this. Around these 3 points.
Done, sir.
Now, suppose for example, if n of a is equal to 28, n of b is equal to 32, n of u is equal to say 60 or 50, let us assume that it is 50. Now tell me, what is the range of n of a union b? N of a union b range क्या है? Range means what is its minimum value and what is its maximum value, that we have to find it. So minimum value is minimum value of n of a union b, which is maximum of n of a comma n of b. ये दोनों से कौन सा वाला maximum? That is the minimum value of this expression, right? n of a और n of b दोनों में कौन सा वाला maximum है? n of a is 28, n of b is 32. Which is the bigger value?
32.
32. So that 32 will be the minimum value of this n of a union b. Similarly, maximum value of n of a union b, if you want to find it, that is minimum of n of u comma n of a plus n of b. Minimum of n of a plus n of b, right? So n of a plus n of b, how much? N of a plus n of b
60.
60, but n of u how much?
55.
तो दोनों से मिनिमम वैल्यू क्या है? 55.
55.
तो 55 लेना पड़ेगा. लगभग दोनों का समेशन इससे भी छोटा है तो वो लेना पड़ेगा. ओके, दोनों समेशन और यूनियन से कौन सा वाला मिनिमम, that value we have to take it. That will be the maximum value of n of a union b. So therefore the range of n of a union b is, therefore the range of n of a union b is minimum value is 32 and maximum value is 55. This is the range of that. Okay, so n of a union b always lies between 32 to 55. Okay, like that we can find the range of them. Can I done it?
Completed,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Next, look at the next point. That is, I want to find the range of n of a intersection b. So n of a intersection b, what is the range of this? If you want to find that, what will be its minimum value? So because it's the number of elements, it never gives the negative value. And if the two given sets are the disjoint sets, means if there is no common element at all, then how many common elements will be there in between A and B? These are the disjoint. 0. That's why that 0 will be the minimum value of this. Okay. Suppose if one set completely lies inside the other. Suppose if B lies inside the other. B completely एक अंदर है. अभी दोनों का common area कौन सा है? This is the A part. No, common area. This is the A part
B.
and this is the B part. What is the
B.
common area? B.
B.
So N of B is the common area. Right? Therefore, N of A intersection B represent N of B. Similarly, suppose if the B बड़ा है, A छोटा है. दोनों को common area कौन सा है अभी?
A.
A. Means here N of A intersection we got this N of A. That's why, so that will be the maximum value of the N of A intersection B. So that is out of this, which is the big smallest one that we have to consider. That's why the maximum value of N of A intersection B is minimum value of N of A comma N of B. This is the range of N of A intersection B that we have to remember. So N of A intersection B minimum value is 0 and its maximum value is minimum value of N of A comma N of B. That is the maximum value of N of A intersection B. So that point also we have to remember. Similarly, if you want to find the formula for N of A minus B, tell me how do you write this? N of A minus B. So that A minus B represented by the, this is the universal set, this is the set A and this is the set B. This is the set A and that is the set B. A minus B means that is the area available in A only. This hashed area is going to represent A minus B, right? So how do you give the formula for that? A minus B means that is the area available in the A only, means from this A part. You will subtract this common part. That's why that is you can write N of A minus N of A intersection B. Like that we can write it. Or from this entire part, that is N of A union B, we will subtract that B set. If set separate किया तो बाकी element मिलेंगे हमको, that is N of B. So the formula for N of A minus B, we can write either N of A minus N of A intersection B or N of A union B minus N of B. From this entire part, to separate this B part, then we are going to get this area. Okay, that is the formula we have to remember for it. Similarly, what is the formula for N of B minus A? Okay, now that is the formula for N of B minus A.
N of B minus
N of B minus N of
intersection
A
B.
intersection B.
No, good. So that is the area which is available in the set B only. This hashed area, that is you can write that N of B minus N of A intersection B, or this is you can also write as
Number of A union B minus number of A.
number of A. Like that you can write it. N of A union B minus N of A we can write it. Okay. Similarly, I want to find N of A delta B. N of A delta B means those are the elements, the number of elements available either A only or B only. A only or B only, that is the combination of these two. This is set A and this is the set B. So A only, this is the hashed area. B only, this is the hashed area. Means only that entire hashed area we can consider. So how do you write the formula for it then?
A union B minus AC intersection B.
B minus.
N of A union B minus N of A intersection B, we can write it. Okay. Or this is, you can also write like that. So N of A delta B means we should add this area or this area, right? Means N of A minus B plus N of B minus A, means ये दोनों भी ऐड करना पड़ेगा. ये दोनों भी ऐड किया तो क्या मिलेंगे हमको? N of A plus N of B minus 2 times N of A intersection B. Okay, so this is the formula for N of A delta B, right? So these are the formulas we have to remember it. Right on that? Okay. Next, we'll take one more formula, that is, suppose if there are the three sets are there, then I want to find the number of elements either in A or in B or in C.